Gurubhyo Namaha. Dharmanushtanam Shishiro Bhavatu. This is the first line the author writes. What does it translate to? It translates to cultivating virtue for the birth of a child. Garbhasanskar entitles the tagline, baby by choice, not by chance. This gives us the feel of the book, but what it is the spirit of the book, let's know from its own author. I feel privileged to be representing millions of readers who are holding this book already or who are wishing to hold this book in future. Okay, knowing you as a person, I know none of your actions are a choice or a chance. It's a decision. Can you tell me the reason behind your attack?
So this color represents Swadhisthana. Okay. Swadhisthana is the productive chakra that will help you to be productive. Whenever we talk about reproduction, it's always babies, birth, quality of conception, all this we speak about. But this is about the overall productivity and wellness as a person. Swadhisthana. So if you have to present yourself productively, so what are all the different ways, being a mother, being a daughter, being a sister, being an employee, being an employer, whatever roles that you play, how can you bring that progressiveness in your thoughts, emotions and your culture? So today, since it's my responsibility to talk about this book, I thought that it's good that if I represent it productively so that we can see lot of smiles on millions of faces.
An answer that we cannot expect on the entire. We usually see, we talk it as a preference or talk it as an appearance, but this has a deeper meaning. So is this book. So can you elaborate on the word Garbha according to this book?
Okay. Usually, we go by literary meaning. There are three ways of presenting this book. One is Vakyartha, Vidyartha, and it is Bhavartha. So when we look at Garbha as a Vakyartha, it is just womb. Okay? When you look into Vidyartha, it is the womb of the whole cosmos, where your thoughts are born, where it is getting blended with your emotions and presenting your personality, how people know you as, and how you make decisions, how you command your life. All that is coming out of your third eye, Ajna Chakra, is the womb when you consider your Prakriti, this body. Okay, that is Vijnana. When you say Bhavartha, Aham Brahmasmi. You need not have to, there are many philosophies, Dvaita, Advaita, and Vishishta Dvaita. I'm not into any one philosophy. But when you see your own life, that you as a separate quantity when it comes to nature. You see nature as a different thing. Your perception towards nature is different. And when you see that I am part of nature, your perception about nature changes. In the same way, when you see the child outside, the way you perceive is different. When you find the child within, the way you perceive is different. That is bhava. So the way you see, you perceive the same. So this book revolves around all the three. Vakyartha, Vidyartha and Bhavartha. So there is 8 years of continuous research has gone into this book. And for me, this book is the symbol of responsibility. How can this book can become a nation building exercise?
Okay. When you're talking about nation building exercise, we understand its role of both the parents. But when we look at the title, Garbhasanskar, the first mental schema that pops in our head is a woman holding a baby or a pregnant lady.
Yeah.
Do you still stand by that mental schema or do you challenge it in this book?
This can't be challenged because Vakarta viva sampriptau Vakarta Jagataha Pitara Vande Parvati Parmeshwara. There is a word, there is a meaning. There is Shiva, consciousness, there is Prakriti, that is the Shakti. So this book has both, that is the body and also the mind. This is a Prakriti. So we cannot get away out of the Prakriti, that how you conceive and what is the right time to conceive. Is the lady ready by mind? Is the person who is a donor ready by mind? What is the quality of conception? And the 9 months, how this whole cosmos and universe participates in raising the baby. What are those energies? It can be Navagrahas, it can be the Nakshatra Milana or Bandhanas, whatever it is, that has to be told. So you cannot run out of the worldly meaning. But there is an energy. The energy is, it's not that after marriage you learn about it or before marriage you learn about it. Can you guess an age, when is the right time to read this book or learn about this book?
Maybe once you hit puberty.
Once you realize your gender, that is when the Garbhasanskar has to start. So this is beautifully said in Mahabharata. When Gandhari sit with Vyasa, he beautifully tells her, it is not the age, it is not the situation, it is not the compulsion, it is not the compromisation, it is a responsibility. So the moment you realize you are a girl or a boy and whatever way that it is, parents' responsibility is to give that sanskar to that person. That is nation building exercise. That you realize that you have a girl at home. The sanskar begins the moment she talks about her body, the moment she starts admiring her body. Okay, that can be 3 years, 4 years. Okay, and it starts accepting the body. Lot of times in my experience I see there are a lot of infertility cases and IVF also fails, and the reason is the person wouldn't have accepted her body. Okay, it is very important that we carry lot of traumas and turmoils since our childhood, how people have spoken about my body and how people have encouraged me, motivated me, at the same time demotivated me, all the times, and that is when your garbha starts getting created. Okay, it is not on the shoulders of women only. Okay, men also participate equally. If mother is responsible in weaving the body of the child, father as a donor is responsible in giving that consciousness to that body. So both the roles are equally important. For a father figure to give that energy, his childhood matters. The way he was treated as a man matters. Lot of times we put lines. You are a man, you are not supposed to cry. You are a woman, you have to sit at home. Now that everyone is openly communicating it and they are fighting all this very successfully, but when we go to ancient wisdom and study about Maharishis, study about Puranas, there are n number of incidents that doesn't bring gender as a lens. Be it Gandhari, be it Kunti, be it Gargi, Maitreyi, So it is all infused by the society. It is all insecurities that has created the culture without having proper foundation. And this book also connects the culture to this. Why certain rituals? Why Punsa? Why in the 7th month the green candles? The code, the color codes, the food, everything is being very clearly mentioned. So it is not about only pregnancy, it's about the gender responsibility, the sex role, the gender role, the parental communication, everything.
So actually my next question was about the gender and how it helps a male or a father, would be father, or a man in general. But as you have answered all these things, I now want to ask you, if a reader is reading this book, what are the potential takeaways that one reader can make for himself? Not in the idea of procreation, creation, not in the idea of self-reproduction, but in the idea of transformation.
You being a child psychologist, have you seen parents cribbing about their children? Worthiness. Yeah, absolutely. This book is a greater transformation where a snake will come and bite you. Okay, you will not run behind the snake, right? By asking question, why did you bite? Parenting is happening like that. You know, after reading this book, parents will stop, everyone will stop running behind the snake, but heal. This book is going to be a healing. Without being curious, without asking people yes and no, right, wrong and right, and having confusion, people will recognize their strength, potential, and prepare the garbha to be productive. Okay? So the right kind of energy getting channelized is what the garbha speaks about. So that is something this book assures that each one of us are leaders of our life. So we have forgotten to celebrate. So this is going to be a celebration.
I can say that it is indeed a responsibility and a nation building activity where we are building the nation not just by skilled individuals but stable and skilled individuals to build a compassionate society with progressive thoughts. Thank you all